Good morning, my friends. This is the Grim Flayer. I hope you're doing very well today. And we're playing some rock and modern, right? Right, Connor? This is rock because
Yeah,
it's got swamps and forests and no other colors. It's a green-black rock deck.
yeah.
Yeah, we're playing some Golgari food, some Asmore Hell's Kitchen, whatever you want to call it. I am here with one of the most generous supporters, Connor, and Connor is always playing something a little spicy, a little off the beaten path, but this, in fact, is one of the most powerful decks in Modern, so I'm really excited to feature it for the first time ever here on the channel. Connor, how are you today, my friend? I know you got woken up early by your neighbor. That is unfortunate, but besides that, we doing okay today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. This is it's a little bit of an early Sunday, but other than that, I'm ready to play some Magic and, you know, beat some fools into the ground.
That's right. That is exactly what's about to happen. So, good times, men. And I'm sure most of you know broadly what the deck does, right? We are in a meta where Asmo decks of one variant or another are pretty much have been tier 1 since the inception of MH2, since they were figured out. A lot of the strength is on the back of Urza's Saga, which is an army in a can and something that really fuels the Asmore plan. So, Connor, where would you begin if somebody didn't know? You know, we kind of assume that they do, but if they didn't know much about the deck, how would you start breaking it down for them? There's a lot of little synergies to talk about, but where would
Well,
you begin?
so how I would start is I've heard a lot of people refer to this deck as green black game objects, and I think it's a
Mm.
pretty fitting name because you end up making a lot of food tokens. And I think food tokens are at the core of what really makes this deck tick. So you have Asmore, you have the Underworld Cookbook, you've got Witch's Oven, Cauldron Familiar, Gilded Goose, Trail of Crumbs. You've got the whole food package.
Yep.
And what are you doing with all this food? You are killing creatures with Asmo. You are drawing cards off of Trail of Crumbs, and you are pumping up those construct tokens from Urza's Saga.
Yes.
Um, it it's pretty funny how many food tokens that you can get on the board at any one time, and how quickly you can get them on the board. So that's where I would start. There's a lot of little synergies that go in here. So let's see. The first one I think is the Ovalchase Daredevil Underworld Cookbook combo.
Yep.
So Ovalchase Daredevil says whenever an artifact enters the battlefield, you can return it from the graveyard to your hand, which combos with the Underworld Cookbook, where you can discard a card to create a food. That food entering the battlefield triggers Ovalchase Daredevil, so it's just a free discard, free food every turn when you have those two online.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. You have Asmo gets the cookbook. You have the other one drops in the deck. You have Shadowspear. You have Pithing Needle. Those you can grab off Urza's Saga, as well as the oven and the cookbook.
Yep.
And let's see, what else is not so obvious? Oh,
Uh,
Finale of Devastation. Yeah.
Pretty much to get Asmo, right? Most of the
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
Yep.
Um,
Street Wraith, while we're talking about Asmo, is also in there to fuel turn 1 Asmo. That is kind of the nut draw opener, as far as I can tell.
yeah, going turn one land, cycle your Street Wraith Asmo is very strong.
Yep.
And even if you don't have any food to accompany her, you will sooner or
Yeah,
later.
before
So
long. Yeah. Yeah, for
um,
sure.
one notable exclusion in this version of the deck, I know a lot of people have played different variations of this deck. When the deck was just coming out, people
Yeah.
experimented with things like Satyr Wayfinder, Life from the Loam, and especially Feasting Troll King.
Right.
And there are people that still play with Feasting Troll King, and they really like him, and that's something that you might consider if you were going to pick up this deck. We've decided to move away from Feasting Troll King, and in favor of Nettlecyst. So, um, Feasting Troll King, while can be really explosive and fast, what I found and what some other people have found is that he's really just kind of good in the matchups that we're already good in.
Right.
And having him kind of makes us more susceptible to graveyard hate than we need to be. Whereas
Exactly.
the whereas the Nettle Cyst counts all of our artifacts and it counts enchantments, which Urza Saga is an enchantment, Trail of Crumbs is
Hmm.
an enchantment. So we have some synergies there.
Yeah, this is kind of like a batter skull, right? In that, like, it's not. It's something that even if your opponent, for example, has a Stony Silence or a Collector Roof, it's still a living weapon. So you're not totally
Exactly.
hosed by that type of static artifact hate. It doesn't care about the grave hate at all. If they have other aspects of your plan locked out, it's still just a huge threat. Just from my few games last night, getting my feet wet with the deck, I definitely like this rather than something else that, as you say, does invite more traditional hate that's already good against us, right? And this has been totally reasonable just to cast on curve, right? Nothing wrong with that
Yeah.
with most progressions. So yeah, man, I appreciate you taking us through the high points of the deck. I think we kind of covered everything in the main deck. The land base is relatively consistent with the exception of these Urza's Sagas, which can be a little bit tough if you're trying to operate off of them in some, turn one, turn two, if you have severe color demands, I've found, and you have a low land count. But of course, the ideal is that you play this no sooner than turn two, often probably turn three, and the power of the card is completely and utterly insane. Well worth whatever awkwardness it otherwise engenders, although we do have to watch out for stuff like Blood Moon, Crime and Punishment, things like this. But anyway, some pathways for fixing in addition to 3 basic lands and a typical rock-style marsh, catacombs, and tomb package, 1 Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth making our sagas and forests better, and a Nurturing Peatland, because even this deck can flood. In the sideboard, it just looks to me like an absolute metric ton of some of my favorite cards. A lot of removal, Thoughtseize Push, Trophy, Force of Vigor, and Nihil Spellbomb, I would say, all pretty self-explanatory. Maybe we could spend a moment, Connor, talking about these 3 cards. We've got Trail of Crumbs, which we didn't spend much time talking about. This card was an all-star for me in my few testing games. My god, is it powerful. And it's very, very grindy. Like, if you end up having to maybe do some resource trading early on in order to answer a must answer threat in a way that's not necessarily otherwise optimal for you, but you've got a Trail of Crumbs around, you just know you're going to rebuild and outscale the opponent with relative ease. So we've got a 4th one in the sideboard for grinding matchups, and honestly, Life from the Loam and Vraska look like good grindy cards to me, but they all kind of serve different purposes at the same time. Any thoughts on those?
Yeah, so like you mentioned, Trail of Crumbs, super grindy, very value oriented. We got 3 in the main board, and then the 4th one to come in those grindy matchups. It it just feels good. Life from the Loam is another grindy card, but it is to get back those juicy Urza Sagas, and I don't think that I would want to play a 75 without at least 1 Life from the Loam in it, but I don't think it's main deckable right now.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, fair enough.
And then Vraska, yeah, another good grindy card. She can sacrifice, extra foods or things like that, but she also doubles up as some good permanent removal.
Right. Yeah, I think she fits in this deck so well. Arguably, the only thing she doesn't hit as far as enemy hate cards would be Leyline of the Void, I guess. But we've got Force of Vigor, Trophy, etc. for those.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's about that. Thank you so much, Connor, for joining me. Sorry, I'm hesitating, not because I forgot your name, but because I just realized that we have another new patron to shout out as well. I'm going to pull that up real quick. As I do, Connor, any final thoughts on the list before we get into it?
Let's see. Final thoughts. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it performs. changes that you could possibly make if you were going to put this deck together. We're running 23 lands. I've seen people go as low as 21 lands for this list.
Gotcha.
There's some people that have been experimenting with a blue splash for like Thought Monitor. Let's see what else. Obviously, people like Feasting Troll King. Some people have been experimenting with Lurrus in this deck. Not as a companion, but as just main board Lurrus.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But there's a lot of there. I don't think this archetype is quite yet solved. So I'm excited to see how it progresses over time, assuming that nothing gets banned from under us.
Yes, exactly. That is a bit of a risk, but I agree with you that it at the same time feels unsolved, so it's pretty exciting. Our new patron is an Inquisitor named Cheese Dog, and I'm glad I looked it up because I was gonna say Corn Dog. It's Cheese Dog though. So shout out to you, Cheese Dog. Thank you for your support. Thanks to all their patrons. Thanks once again, Connor. Appreciate you not only supporting the channel so generously, but joining me today to help me navigate what's sure to be some very complicated board states. So let's get into it, man. Let's have some fun.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Winning the die roll's good here.
Yes, it is. I do think it's pretty huge with this deck. How do you rate our opener? Interesting.
I think I'm fine with it. Honestly, like they're Lurrus. Okay. We've got 3 lands, which is more than enough. We've got Asmo, we've got Cookbook.
Yeah.
We just need to draw some the Pithing Needle, not the best in the opener, but
right.
Maybe we'll see what they're on early and make use of it.
Definitely a high variance opener card, even though it's versatile. Kind of weird to say that, but the way this deck operates. So my instinct here is to go Slitherboar Pathway into Cookbook. Would you say that's correct?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. It's nice to get green down early if you're not sure, because in case we draw Finale next turn, then we can cast that. So one thing that's, sometimes it's obvious, like if you have Daredevil in hand, you just like activate Cookbook every time. How aggressively should we just be making food? Like going down on a card to make food? That's unclear to me.
Yeah, I have not been playing that way. I've been strictly making their hammer time. Strictly value discards, I guess. Or no, they're not hammer time. I don't know.
Okay. Either hammer time playing a spicy one of, or just like a white affinity deck. So are we going to needle cranial plating here? I guess we'll see what we draw.
In the tank.
Yeah, Finale'd be pretty good. Daredevil. I don't know about Forest.
Yeah, not exactly what we wanted to see.
At least we can maybe... I guess we needle plating, play oven.
Yeah. Just get some artifacts in the field.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I think we can ditch a land this turn if we want.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but kind of interrupted myself. Yeah, I agree. Ditching a land makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
There's a Saga, obviously a pretty big problem.
Yeah.
Do you like losing the fetch land just to save life?
Against this deck, it seems not a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't think we'll need double black with the way our hand is shaping up. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Now we're live. There she is.
Perfect. We can grab the cookbook, play another one, and then we can, depending on how comfortable you are, you could discard the Asmo to have another food at instant speed for removal purposes, but...
Yeah, I wonder, is it better to keep the second Asmo or the second cookbook?
Yeah, I can see holding onto both and then making that decision later.
Yeah, interesting. So do we just say go here then?
Yeah, I think we could.
Okay. Yeah, that is an interesting spot. I'm not sure. Like we were saying, sometimes it's obvious, sometimes a little less so, maybe.
They're gonna get a 4/4 construct if they want here.
Yep. All right, because they're not pathing her this turn or anything. Maybe we do pitch Fiasmo now.
Yeah, okay.
But definitely definitely an interesting spot. Let's draw something real good.
That's good.
That is pretty good. That is pretty sweet. Okay.
So I would be comfortable. Well,
I think attacking's okay here if we're willing to hit their token with the foods.
Yeah, I think we're okay with that.
Cool. We obviously shrink our Nettlecyst this way, but the idea is to kind of probably split the difference between applying pressure and putting all our eggs in one basket, right? This is still a really good size, and it can get bigger.
Yeah.
I wonder what they'll get here.
Yeah, let's see. Well, I guess the ham. Oh, Mistress Bobble.
Yeah. Fair. Oh, they are doing a lot over there. There's the hammer. Okay. Interesting. So do we like ditching the cookbook here? I don't know, because we could also just play it and grow the germ that way.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
Ooh.
That seems decent.
Yeah. So now we have removal now if we want it, because we can pitch the cookbook, make a food, build the construct,
and then just swing with both and try to win the race.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the move. All right.
And then we're going to pay for that for sure.
Feels awesome, dude. Very nice. Okay. Yes.
We have ovens, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll risk them slow rolling the Sigarda's Aid, I guess. We're not dead to it anyway, unless they have 2 hammers and an aid.
Yeah.
Pure Steel Paladin. Interesting they didn't crack Bauble.
Yeah, it's been like 2 turns now, hasn't it?
I think it was just 1, but still they could have cracked it on... Well, yeah, they got it on their last turn. So I expected them to crack it on our turn just to see 1 fresh card for their turn, right?
Yeah.
But Pure Steel Paladin, definitely a draw. Definitely a real draw. That actually sucks. right, our cat oven plan not looking so good anymore.
A little slow
You'll,
comparatively.
12/12 lifelink trample seems a bit better.
Yeah.
All right. So their hand is plating, one unknown. We draw forest, which means we are pretty dead, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's well, he can just he's just gonna move it around to the ornithopter, isn't he? To give it flying and stuff. Because I was gonna see if there was a potential for us to maybe get the Nettlecyst to 6 and have another food, so we could block, deal 6, and then sack 2 food, deal another 6.
We could go for that. So how do you get it to 6? Are we
So we'd have to play the cat, sack the cat, or you could, yeah.
okay, play the cat, sack the cat.
And then you'd still have the forest to discard for Underworld Cookbook.
Yes. Okay.
And then the only downside with this line is he has Shadowspear, and so since Asmo says make them deal damage to themselves, they'll gain 6 life from the lifelink.
That's a really good point, but this is the only line we have, I think, so I think that draw Paladin pretty much killed us because let them equip for 0 and also just gives them grinding power in case we do somehow scrape by. They're going to draw a bunch more cards. They can even just cantrip with cranial plating.
Yeah, and they've got Yawgmoth here.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have an opportunity to kill the Yawgmoth, I guess, but we'd have to wait. Yeah.
Well, can they? I mean, we could, right? Right now.
Yeah, so we could.
But then we're
But
just
then
kind
we-
of losing to this stuff.
Yeah. So they're just gonna go to combat. Maybe they don't see the line. We're gonna get 2 cards off of this at least.
Yep.
So, well, wait.
Let the damage.
We have to, yeah, we have to do the damage first because if we sack the foods, it'll shrink the Nettlecyst
Oh,
too
good
small.
point. Good point. Yep.
Street Wraith, I guess. Not really great.
Yeah, pretty poor. I wonder if this matchup is a tough one for us.
Yeah, it could be.
Well,
There's a Saga a little too late,
Yeah.
probably.
we're seeing a lot of lands off the top, unfortunately, against a pretty tight progression over there. Strong, efficient.
Yeah.
Getting a second Asmo just gives us another artifact. I don't know. I think we're pretty dead.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That doesn't really do it. We could probably scoop it up.
I think so. I think we save a bit of mental energy for the other remaining games because there's lots of decisions to make ahead. My inclination, I know it's possible to overside with a deck like this, but my inclination is to sideboard heavily for this matchup.
Yeah. So let's see. Trail of Crumbs we can go down on.
Agreed.
Um, Cauldron Familiar, Witches Ovens we can go down on those. Pithing Needles if you're not happy with Pithing Needle, you could go down on that.
I think we probably want this. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's. I mean, my instinct is that we want it. I'm not 100%, but
Yeah. And then, yeah, I agree with that. Well, is Thoughtseize worth it? Or are they going to be too fast for us?
I think Thoughtseize could be worth it if we had less to do. But I think I rate all these cards more highly, except, I mean, maybe Vraska's a little slow, come to think of it.
Yeah,
But I think I rate these 7 cards more highly than Thoughtseize.
yeah, okay.
So we could cut Needle.
We could cut a Needle. If you like Needle, we could cut a Finale of Devastation. Um,
I think Needle has a million targets over there.
yeah,
I think we're supposed to leave Needle. We can cut a Finale.
yeah. Or we could cut a land.
We could cut a land. I was gonna say, is there anything else that we could cut for Vraska?
Is there anything?
Is she
Let's
maybe
see.
better than like a Nettlecyst? Is she better than a big dumb body?
Um, she could be better than the one Cauldron Familiar,
Okay.
unless you want to maintain the cat oven. I don't see us getting that off the ground
Oh, you're
and
probably right.
and grinding them out.
Do we still leave an oven then? Or do we maybe just play without that and play the Finale?
I think we'd leave the oven just because it's an extra
Yeah,
artifact.
you can still make use of one oven pretty well. All right, I think this is we're on the right track here.
Yeah.
Couple debatable choices around the edges, I'm sure, but the classic Urza Saga one lander,
Mm-hmm. So
not like the
close.
best hand anyway, though, if you really look at it, right? So I guess we'll just mull to a perfect 6, and that'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Bottoming a goose.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
That works.
All right, OP down to 6 as well.
You got to do this. What are you gonna do? Oh, he's got the goods.
Got a couple things.
Oh,
Okay.
I think the Tormod script is a little soft to us.
Yeah. Ooh. No way to freecast it, but still a great one to have around. One more land lets us hardcast it. So we're just going to say go here and hold up push. Urborg is incredible here.
Yeah, we got double push actually.
Yeah, exactly. And in the event that we don't need to, we can even make a food token, and that'll be pretty significant in a
Yeah.
couple different ways. We are making their silent clearing better, though. Okay, Urborg.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to push this at the first available priority window.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Although maybe I should have thought more about that, because now we don't have a mana efficient turn unless we want to push the Mem Knight, which I think is decent actually. But
Yeah.
what do you like here, pushing or untapping?
Since they mulligan down to 6, they're probably threat light, so that could be backbreaking if we get rid of their midnight.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting. So if we had made a food token last turn, we still would have been priced into pushing the Paladin on our turn, so we still wouldn't have Force of Vigor live.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kind of gaming out what else could have happened. Obviously, this Urza Saga is a big pain right now. But
they're really set up to take advantage of Lurrus, let me tell you what.
That's right. Take your pick of any number of Lurrus loopables. Seems good. All right.
So, yeah, I think
we can let this happen.
Letting that happen.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to. Like, Asmo's good, but better than Force of Vigor? I don't know. Probably not.
At our card.
All right. Well, we can just hardcast main phase Force, tagging these two things.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, seems good.
So while we're kind of not doing anything, I just thought of kind of a slight interaction that I forgot to mention during the deck pick.
Yeah.
People that maybe play Standard a lot or something might be more familiar with this interaction, but with Cauldron Familiar, if you have a Cauldron Familiar in the graveyard and a bunch of food tokens and a Trail of Crumbs, you can actually use one Cauldron Familiar to sack any number of food tokens.
Yes. Yeah, that is pretty sweet.
All right.
Okay. I guess we just say go.
Yeah, and then look to make a food token, and then...
I mean, we can always hardcast Ovalchase Daredevil, but...
Yeah, I mean, I've had some games where I've cast it, it's a 4/2, it can
I
do
agree
things.
Completely. I had a couple good windows for that last night, but we are facing down the classic Lurrus free 8th card, getting the free 9th card, and then maybe the 10th and beyond if we can't rip an answer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the problem here, obviously.
Yeah, we've got like a draw separate too.
Bauble. Interesting. Oh, because they have another Sigarda's Aid. Wow, gotcha. All right, big draw, big draw.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that is a card.
Yeah, so we play the Saga, and then we have an option of playing the Ovalchase Daredevil just outright, or we could make another food.
Probably playing the Daredevil here, I guess, but
yeah,
I mean, you might have a better instinct for how good it could be to make the food.
Well, no. So now that I'm thinking about it, if you play the Ovalchase Daredevil, you get a blocker, and then the next food that you make gets it back.
Right, and also this is a very mana-intensive play to make, and the Saga will probably be taking up our mana for the next couple turns, so playing it now while we can make some sense too. Obviously, Lurrus is just gonna beat us a few different ways here, unless we can answer it. But, oh my goodness. Ooh.
Yeah.
Seems really good. At least they don't have an equipment that we know of. Okay.
Well, here we go.
Man, Hammer Time has become my Boogeyman deck ever since MH2. I know it did get better, but they also just always have really good draws against me. This is my new Boogeyman deck, Connor. It's official.
Man, I guess this happens sometimes.
Every now and then.
where are you at on Luris right now in terms of how you feel it fits into the format and things like that?
I think it's very borderline. I would rather, if it's a problem, I would rather ban it than Bobble. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I've seen a lot of talk about people calling for Bobble's demise, and I don't think that that's the right call. I think Luris is definitely much more of a um, house.
yeah, it's more of an offender. Bobble can be an offender too when artifacts matter, free spells are dangerous, right? But Luris, I love Luris. I've had a lot of success playing it myself. I think it is more. I think the design is just less welcome as far as what I want modern to be. And the thing that was great about Luris for a while is that it gave all of these like small creature decks a reason to be playing small creatures, but there is always the risk that it gives unwarranted grinding power to a deck like this. Because we'd be in it if they
Yeah,
didn't have Luris, but now I think we're just dead.
I
We're gonna
agree. I
make a
agree.
token and say go here, but we're
Yeah,
pretty dead.
because they're just gonna get the seal of cleansing back and blow up
Mm-hmm.
the construct.
Yep, and we'll have to chump, and then still possibly be dead to who knows what else. Yeah, so those are my thoughts. Sounds like you're kind of in agreement.
Yeah, I would say that as as a guy that likes to brew kind of not very good decks, um, Luris is kind of fun to play around with when you're in that environment where your decks are not as good.
Yep.
But when you're actually using it to its full potential, it's it's really punishing.
Yeah, the oh my goodness, okay. The homogenization of play patterns too is another thing. So anyway,
Yeah.
we get wrecked by an opposing Urza's Saga deck G1. It happens. I think our progressions were not the top tier progressions like our opponents were, and that's more or less what it came down to. So on we go to round two.
Yeah.
All right, I think
So
I like this hand. Eh?
yeah, so this is a
If
oh
if this
well,
made green, it would be nuts. I still think like a goose can get us green. There's other things to like.
yeah. Yeah, I like this. I know a lot of people have been really jumping on the blue black Urza's kitchen
Yeah,
decks. Um and it's probably a lot of people say it's the better of the food decks, and it probably is. Just in my experience, it's been a little like the hands that you get, your opening
mm-hmm.
hands are really wonky.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Um, so finale for Asmo here, just straight up go for the obvious line.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we could cash in a food to play one of our two cookbooks that we'll have. I don't know exactly how greedy we want to get. That's kind of like a tempo
Let's
play
see.
at the cost of a resource, if you will. Um,
Yeah. I don't know if we need to do it right now.
I don't like if I think if we had like a Daredevil in hand, we probably would. But as it is, I agree. I think maybe we can just say go here. It's
Yeah.
interesting, and I don't think they have one mana removal. They probably would have just killed the goose with it. So yeah, they do not. Marsh Flats, Watery Grave, possibly Esper. Yeah, Esper confirmed. Stoneforge Mystic. Whoa.
Okay.
Well, Cauldron complete.
Oh,
Obviously, we're killing her.
yeah. Oh man, Cauldron complete. I have not been having fun playing against that card, I'll tell you
That
what.
card is a bit miserable. Okay, so obviously we need a food from somewhere. Do we? Well, we
Yeah,
could just play Trail of Crumbs, get one that way.
yes. Um,
Play
yes, we can play the
Trail of
Trail of
Crumbs,
Crumbs.
kill SFM, play a cookbook, attack pass.
Yes.
Okay, seems good. I don't know. Should we like main phase cycle a Street Wraith?
Um, yeah, you can. Yeah.
I guess there's no real reason not to. It's not like we are. Yeah, okay.
Something we could have considered there maybe is instead of playing the cookbook,
We could
getting
have
the
got a card. Yeah. Yeah,
but
no, you're
either
right.
way,
No. Yep, absolutely true. But as you say, either way, it does seem good. We could also, I guess, with those triggers on the stack, have like discarded a land, made a food, used the food with Goose to pay the one.
yeah, we definitely could have.
Interesting. So much to learn with this deck. So
Yeah, there's a lot
many
of moving
game
pieces.
objects, as you said. All
Yeah.
right, down she goes. Got another one rolled up with Finale. They're not representing Counterspell. Even before they tap out, they weren't. Okay. Do we like making a food on the end step here? Or
Yeah, let's see. We're gonna be overloaded on the cookbook, so we could discard that, or if you're happy with how many lands we have, we could get rid of that.
I think either one is good. Let's do the cookbook for a change, but I think either one's about the same because the food do represent lands too. We draw a Nettlecyst, but probably just still go for Asmo here.
Yes. I think that's yeah.
We're gonna give opponent a Finale of Devastation.
Oh,
That
true.
is really interesting.
So let's think here.
But no, we can just kill the Voidwalker before they untap. If we make another food with cookbook.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that's the line. And I think it's probably better to pull another one out of the library just to thin our deck from that draw.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to make another food. I don't think we should ditch Nettlecyst. So what if we ditch Cookbook, play a land, and then get 2 cards off Trail of Crumbs when we cash in our 2 foods?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
All right, sweet. So let's make this green. We're gonna do this. Boom. All right, now we are utilizing Trail of Crumbs.
Yeah,
I
let's see.
think
We only have
Catacombs is better there because it comes in untapped and can be tapped for black with Urborg.
yeah.
Ooh, some bricks though. Yeah, just take a goose.
Well, I'm happy we did that because if those were our next draws, I'd be very sad.
Yeah, exactly.
Another one.
Okay, yep.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Man, we can do that same thing all over again.
I guess we kind of have to with the draws that we're having.
Yeah.
So,
I think we played the Goose, discard a land, kill a Voidwalker.
I think you're right.
Get some gas.
Yup.
Familiar. Something. I'm.
I think another trail's fine, right?
Yeah. Then we can play a land, and then we could Trail of Crumbs again, or
I think we probably should. Doesn't seem to be a risk for attacking, so let's do that first.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I like Trail here. And then we could play Cauldron Familiar, but that seems bad. We gotta keep some food around.
I agree.
All right, the engine cards of this deck just doing a ton of work for us here. Okay, all right.
That's a good late game Inquisition.
It is a good turn 5 Inquisition. Nailed our big threat, but we are untapping with all of our geese, so that's pretty good.
Okay.
Another one that's honestly not the worst. Do we want to play that and then try to make a food off of cookbook?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because we can discard the cat, and then we can bring the cat back, and then draw. Oh, we can get 3 triggers off this if we want. We can attack first too. I don't know.
Okay. I don't think it matters, so we're just gonna draw 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Wow. Seems okay.
Pretty insane. I like Nettlecyst.
Yep, I think that's totally fair.
Sure.
Just got Swamp Walk. Let's go.
Oh, true. That's why we put Urborg in the deck.
Exactly. And I was gonna take the Oven reflexively, but Urza Saga is a land. I'd take an Oven over any other land, but what do you think here?
Yeah. We definitely have the mana to get some constructs in play. So
That's probably a safer take. Like, it just seems hard to lose if we take that.
Yeah. Plus, we can always get an oven. We can always get an oven off the Saga.
You're right. Right, you are. All right. I guess attack now is fine.
Yeah, but you can fire off the Street Wraith if you want and see if you get something.
Might as well, because we can cast off of geese. All right.
Well, at least we're getting all these lands out of the way.
Opponent just did nothing. They had 4 mana open. There was no Cryptic, no Wrath, nothing.
I know.
They're like, just flooded, I guess. As are we, but we have the tools to truly mitigate that. So, maybe...
Let's see.
Maybe just like, we could just like make mana with a goose and draw 3 off of that too.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do that. Oh, whoops, I meant to tap that rather than...
That's okay, I
But
think.
yeah, I think we'll be okay. I'll take the oven here. I'm going to try to
Yeah.
play a little more quickly just because the clock's going to matter potentially in this matchup overall. And
Yeah,
we're
that's
very,
fine.
very far ahead here, so
Yeah.
whatever.
I trust your judgment.
Oh, well, let's not go that far. Let's not get too crazy. All right, so lots of good things. I guess next we'll just attack.
So we still have a land drop, so we can still go land oven and still make a construct.
Awesome. Love it. And then pass here. Huh?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I don't know if opponent's slow rolling for the optimal wrath or what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, well, I guess I can call just complete now.
I think you're right. Yeah, good call.
Let's see. But we can slap a Nettlecyst onto a goose and get over it, I think.
That's amazing. All right, don't really need to do much more here because just play for the
Yeah,
clock.
so if we get the Cauldron Familiar back, we got 2 more things. Man, we got a lot of value.
Yes, we do. I think we're just going to play the Nettlecyst and win, so I'm not even going to make a construct here.
Yeah.
We'll get Shadowspear in case they, like, force this or whatever.
Yeah.
But Goose deserves to swing for the kill here because geese have been MVP.
Absolutely. $11-13 goose.
GG. All right, that was a very powerful display. And so we're against kind of an Esper mid-range deck, right? Dauthi Voidwalker, Stoneforge Mystic, Fatal Push.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
I'll just put stuff to consider over here. We're not probably going to play at all, but
yeah, unfortunately, that call just complete. I can't believe that thing has indestructible.
yeah.
Let's see. How do we deal with that? Let's just don't let it hit the field, I guess.
Pretty much. So I guess we want to lean more into Fatal Push and Thoughtseize then. Those are the 2 ways to not let it hit the field.
Yeah.
Vraska's a good generically grindy card. They're a white deck, so they could be on Rest in Peace or whatever. Maybe Trophy's the weakest from what we're looking at here.
Yeah. So let's see. What are our cuts?
Could be another out to SFM, otherwise probably not. Oh, Dauthi Voidwalker too.
The Shadowspear. The Shadowspear we're not really. Oh, but that has him lose indestructible. Ooh.
That's true, but we are not really playing things that can beat the complete. Like we're not like if we were playing our trophies, that would be more relevant. We could still kill it with Asmo, I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting thought.
Well, and then the Fatal Push could kill the Germ token, I guess.
Yeah, if we give it indestructible, you mean? Or if we take away indestructible, yeah.
Right. Yeah. My initial thought was to take out Shadowspear because we're not really racing life totals. But,
and I agree with that. But, I think we're supposed to play all 3 Fatal Push against SFM and Voidwalker. I think maybe I wanted to play Trail for Grind, but maybe 3 is okay.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, this is totally not based in any logic, but I feel like we should take out a land. We've been hitting those land drops like nobody's business.
Yeah, let's take out a pathway, I guess. We got 27 seconds to make more
Yeah.
cuts.
So my default cuts are Oven, Familiar, Trail of Crumbs. So
all right, let's cut an Oven and a Familiar. I'm just gonna play a Miser's Thoughtseize. Let's cut that Pithing Needle because we're playing the pushes, and I kind of want Vraska, so why not?
yeah,
It is still like a very respectable all-arounder, especially because we did not end up playing trophies. What do you think about this hand? A couple things to like. It could just lose to a turn 3 complete pretty easily, too.
Yeah. We're on the draw. Man, it's close, but I do worry about just them going Stoneforge Mystic on 2, complete on 3.
Yep. I agree it's close, because, like, Crumbs and Saga can outgrind them pretty well.
Yeah.
So
I'm leaning towards a mulligan.
all right, let's do it. All right, we're keeping this one.
Much better.
Yeah. Put back Shadowspear, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
Yikes.
Yep, that's bad. Still arguably not too different from what our keep would have been, though, if we're getting Thoughtseized. Nice.
Right.
Forest, a real good draw.
Yeah, that is.
So we're getting an Asmo, unless they have 2 more discard spells, maybe. Ooh, this is the nut draw from them, though.
Yeah, this is what we were worried about.
Yes, indeed. So we just kind of have to draw a Fatal Push here. Well, let's try to cycle into one. Push players a Saga would not be bad. All right. Well, we're probably going to get wrecked by the complete here. But let's play it out.
Yeah. So next turn. Oh man, this Cauldron completes like what is it? A 5?
5/5.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
5/5.
Prismatic.
Prismatic ending.
Yeah, dang.
Okay.
You might have been doing the same. I was about to start wondering if we can make constructs that get bigger than that before it's killing us, but
yeah. I'll give it a draw step, and then we can save the 12 minutes for the game 3.
Pathway.
I
think our best line is actually just to play 2 cookbooks in a Saga and try to make big constructs.
Yeah.
Or, an Asmo and 1 cookbook could be good too.
Yeah.
Let's get another Asmo, whatever. I don't think we're winning like you said, but
Get a 3rd cookbook.
yeah. And then I'm just gonna main phase I've been main phasing this Daredevil loop as long as we have the component pieces, because it's just such a free roll that I want to make sure it resolves. I know people aren't really playing like Cling to Dust right now or whatever, but that's the type of thing that you just play around while they're tapped out, I guess. But
yeah, absolutely.
So next turn we can play another cookbook, make 2 foods in a construct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The construct would be a 6/6.
Okay.
And they spend a Vindicate on Asmo, which is, arguably better than them Vindicating a construct, but then again, that's sorcery speed, so they're just going to use it.
Yeah.
And obviously losing her is not good. Nettlecyst. probably still just going to play Cookbook and
Yeah.
take the original line.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Game objects.
That's right. Okay, well, if they have nothing really from here, it is possible.
Yeah. Luckily, prismatic ending's a sorcery, so
Yep. Oh, but this is still going to exile our constructs when we block it. And they've got another Vindicate. Okay. We're pretty wrecked.
yeah.
And now they could ending this too. But, I mean, whatever. Let's just take the hit because we're going to get exiled anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. We even need to draw like exactly Shadowspear.
Yep.
Well, we have how much mana do we have?
3.
3. I mean, yeah, it's not really enough to gain life off the foods.
Right.
So
We could
play Nettlecyst maybe. You could Fatal Push.
Yeah, I guess we play Nettlecyst.
It's like, look at how big our creatures are. Do you care? Yeah, I think if you attack here, because when we block with the germ token.
Yep.
It exiles the germ token. We keep our Nettlecyst.
Exactly. Yep. So once again, if they have nothing, it could be stolen. It could be a stolen game.
Yeah. Paying for
Third Vindicate.
third Vindicate. Wow.
Yeah, Thoughtseize into Mystic on the play, backed up by an ending and 3 Vindicates. We were always going to struggle. So
Back on the play.
Back on the play is great. Do we want to do anything different on the play? I still kind of like just like the one of Thoughtseize. We could...
Let's see. I mean, if they're just going to be... I don't know. I could see maybe dropping... What do you think? Dropping a Trail of Crumbs for like a Life of the Loam?
Just grind in a different type of way.
Yeah, because I feel like they're really...
some insurance against like a Vindicate land destruction plan.
Yeah, because I feel like they really brought those in.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I think Life from the Loam could definitely be involved. A problem with this is if they have Rest in Peace or they're like an unanswered Dolphy Voidwalker, then like Trail of Crumbs is our grinding power that doesn't care about that.
True.
So now that I think of it, I'm actually not sure if we're supposed to do that.
Okay.
But I like the idea. It's just tough to know with an Esper deck because they could take so many different angles. Maybe we just run it back.
Definitely. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Now that is serviceable.
I agree. Agree for real.
So the question is, do we discard the Ovalchase Daredevil or the Cauldron Familiar and get that into play?
I'm thinking the Daredevil.
Okay.
But I don't know for sure.
I don't know either.
Let's just do the Daredevil for now. We'll see what they do next turn, I guess. But
yeah.
I mean, obviously, if we had the oven, that would be a different story.
Yeah.
This synergy seems more powerful to me, but I don't know. Oh, brah.
Take the finale.
Yeah, unless they've got SFM. Yep, if they take push, they have SFM. If they take finale, they don't. That would be my read. Okay, begin there, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
So are we just playing Cauldron Familiar out of hand?
I'm fine with that, yeah. I've had trouble with Ovalchase Daredevil. I'll say always yes, and it still asks every time.
In this league, it has worked like 1 or 2 times, and none of the other times, and I don't know why. I thought maybe if it's a different Daredevil or a different cookbook, but in this case, it's obviously not, right?
Okay, it gets rid of the cookbook. Is that that's exile? So no revolt trigger.
Okay.
Okay.
We take that. Pow.
So we have a line to sack a food to trigger revolt if we need to.
Very true.
Not likely to matter.
Yeah, I don't know what 3-drop creatures they would play. You know, you could see like a Teferi or something at the 3-drop slot in a deck like this. Not that that's great against us, but generally.
They're gonna drop a freaking Geist of Saint Traft.
Oh my god. Yikes, imagine.
Please no, I didn't wish it into existence.
I'm gonna blame you if they have it. The suspense. All right. Okay. It's a Voidwalker. Not even Spell Pierce could save you there. Okay. Oh, man, oh, man.
Lance.
Yep. It is 2, yeah, okay. I have to say, I think our top decks have been unusually poor thus far.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
You have MTGO Premium, right?
I don't. You know, that's my problem. Mirabito told me that. He's like, you forgot to sign up. It's so true. All right, there's that Vindicate. It's still a good value-positive trade for us, but because we have flooded, I still, now it's a little more...
No more lands.
Oh, man. We're going to have to hardcast a Daredevil here.
Yep.
Which is honestly respectable, right? But...
doubles our clock.
It does. It does. Now we got a really furious sweeper.
Yeah. What's that new one they printed? Dam?
Yeah, Dam is a real possibility in a deck like this. Some kind of a 5-drop could be a hardcast Batterskull.
Ooh.
Could be Big Tef, but that's looking unlikely in this shell. Yep.
Is Batterskull.
All right.
Less scary than the Cauldron Complete.
This is getting a little silly with these lands.
I know. Okay.
No way to do it, though.
No.
But at least we have kind of a light at the end of the tunnel of something to something to work toward. Piece of action in hand. Man, with any kind of like a reasonably distributed series of top decks, I think we'd be pretty far ahead. What
Right.
else do we have? We don't have our trophies or forces for Batterskull. We don't have that many outs to it, but we have a lot of board states that just beat it pretty badly.
What
Okay.
is this guy? Graveyard Hate?
Yeah, it's going to exile all black cards upon ETB and as a static effect, and it's pro-black. So Asmo
It
cannot
also,
target it.
okay, and it turns off the Ovalchase thing if we get
Yeah.
a cookbook.
Yep, that's pretty good. Again,
Did
with
you want to?
Oh, so yeah, I should have blocked. Sorry, we were just talking. My bad.
That's okay.
Yep, probably should have blocked, but
You know what? If it comes down to that, we'll say that's on you.
true. Although we would just be losing the cat forever that way too. I don't know. I don't know if we have outs to this though. Shadowspear? Interesting. Interesting.
So that's another artifact for
Yeah.
sure.
Suited up, I guess.
Yeah. What could they possibly have?
Yeah, I think we're okay with this trade if they double block, right?
Yeah. Easy.
All right.
Kill that guy.
Kill the Sanctifier.
Yeah.
I agree. I think in order to have a good long-term chance, that's the thing to do here. Save
And then we
that
Yeah.
tomb, I guess, for like the long game, like a discard fodder or something.
Another one.
Oh man, this is rough.
But we can kill the germ token here, right?
Yeah, do you want to though?
Oh, I don't know. It's not the best play.
I think we just take the hit. Like
Okay.
we're at 20. We have time to take hits.
Yeah.
We've gotta find some way to outsize the germ.
For sure.
Gilded Goose,
That gets over things.
it does. We just link it up with a spear right now.
Yeah, works for me.
Like we're committing to taking another hit that way, but like we're giving ourselves more free mana next turn. This is like an optimistic play. If we draw Nettlecyst, basically, we get to suit it up and start winning the race. Okay.
Engineered explosives for 1.
Yeah, opponents kind of got it all. I think we're pretty dead to that.
Man, it's so surprising because, throughout my testing this week, I've felt really good with this deck. But these top decks that we've had today,
Yep. Dude, me too. Last night in the practice games, even as I didn't really know what I was doing, I was just kind of cruising past people. But we're not getting any love today. All right, we're going to have to start blocking the germ pretty soon here.
yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with MH2, but it might actually encompass my lowest sustained run of variants. Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's very bad. That makes sense, though.
And he's like, I don't care.
All right, Lily of the Veil. Okay. That sucks,
Another
man.
land?
Another land. Yep, couldn't make it up. So yeah,
All
I
right.
mean, we could crack foods to stay alive, but that is just too demoralizing to do. So yeah, this is what it is. I think maybe MTGO Premium is really what I
Yeah.
need. We're memeing, but if anybody actually knows about it, DM me
Yeah.
because we need it. Oh
Yeah,
well,
no kidding.
yeah, for real. Oh well, we're still having some interesting decision points, some fun moments, but not much we can do about the variance beyond that. So hopefully we turn it around and have the comeback of the Sanctuary for a cashed league starting right now in round 3. Let's go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But here we are in round 3 with a hand that we probably have to mull, right?
I was gonna say, if that witch's oven was a cookbook,
Yeah,
we might be having a different talk.
exactly.
But yeah.
Sadly, that one goes back, and now we're going to a 5 because this is a no-lander. Okay, looks like a keepable 5.
I just put back the Cauldron Familiars.
I love it. All right. Well, so far, so good with turning the luck around. Although this deck
Right.
mauls pretty well, right?
Yeah, I'd say, you don't need many lands to operate off of, and that's not the best.
No.
Um,
Oh, man. Are we going to have a historic first 0-5 on the channel?
ooh, that could be
That,
fun.
that could be fun. All right. Well, at least we draw. At least the Thoughtseize bug is still alive. We draw the
Yeah.
one they took away. So we got that going for us, right?
Yeah. This is this is going all according to plan.
Yep. They've played right into our hands. The fools. All right. Goose is probably gonna die. I guess we're against Jund. That's kind of cool. But
Jund colors.
sad to
Jund.
see Jund in the O2 bracket, but these things happen.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, play the oven.
yep. Might just be a Lily here. We can sack the Goose in response to an edict. Sure is. I don't think they'll tick up because they know about our Daredevil, but they do. All right, picture the Daredevil, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it still might be tough for us to really get through a Lily on 4 with our board state, but I agree that that is pretty good. Because now we get to make some constructs at least.
Yeah. Well,
And we-
of course we're gonna draw the land, and we knew that.
We knew that, exactly. Is there an argument to keeping... No, we probably just play out our hand in the face of Lily. They don't know that this is in the hand, right?
Right, they don't.
So, yeah, we kind of need the lands in the long run, especially because we're going to lose Saga. So,
Yeah. All right.
Bloodbraid Elf. At least our opponents are having good curve outs.
Yeah. It's surprising to see someone still on this kind of style of Jund now that, Ragavan and things like that are out.
I mean, you're not wrong. It is definitely cool to see, but as you say, a little surprising. Basic forest here, right?
Works for me.
Okay.
Oh, and then the top tier play, we sack the construct to get a food.
Very tempting.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. We're doing some stuff. All right.
So, Pithing Needle shuts off Lily.
I think I like that. I was going to ask you, but yeah, let's do that. Seems good. So now we can...
I think we play the cookbook with the food.
Yep. And
then
we're going to ignore Lily and attack them, right?
Yeah. And then we can make another food with the
yes
cookbook.
Indeed. All right, Urza Saga just like completely bailing us out here.
Yeah, but it's so good.
Yeah, it is a little absurd. All right, what can Jund have? Like a Kolaghan's Command could be good, unlocking the Lily. They got another Bloodbraid, that's probably good. Oh, but they just
Thoughtseize.
Yeah. The Bloodbraid's hitting discard spells have obviously been pretty good for us. Oh, man. All right.
We could sack the goose, get a food, get the Daredevil back, then make another food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems good.
Asmo.
Another goose.
Yeah,
so
make another
I think
food.
we play that because now we definitely force a chump block that way.
Yeah.
All right, they're just going to concede. But yeah, I think playing that would have made sense. Anyway, yeah, beating Jund on a Mulda 5 game 1 is actually pretty significant. So, against good old-fashioned Boomer Jund, I think I'd rather play this type of effect than, like, pushes for their Goyfs or whatever.
I agree.
So let's try to get these 4 cards in. I think I like them all. And what is your least favorite angle of attack against Jund? Maybe Shadowspear is not the best.
Yeah, Shadowspear is not that great.
Needle's medium, although there it was actually amazing. But might be good to just have as a one-of for spots like that. I could go either way here.
Trying to look at what Jund's putting in the sideboard nowadays.
They're going to have a lot to do. They're going to have a good amount of artifact hate.
They're going to have Force of Vigor.
Yeah.
Clothis, Blood Moon.
Blood Moon, definitely one to watch out for. Yeah.
So
we could cut a couple Gilded Geese or one Goose. Like cutting the Dorks is a good practice against Jund.
Yeah, we cut some lands. We cut those pathways.
I like it. Let's cut a pathway. Especially,
and we're on the draw anyway. Yeah.
Do we
Street Wraith is kind of low on my priority list also.
I think that's a really interesting and heads-up call. So I think this is a good 60. We could also play 2 trophies if you want as a catch-all removal spell. For the Blood Moons, the Lilies, etc. And we could maybe just trim like a Familiar in an oven if you want. I don't know.
Yeah, let's do that actually.
Okay. All right, I like it. Oh man, this is gonna be bittersweet if we win because we're beating one of my faves, one of our faves, one of everybody who watches this faves.
Yeah.
But at this point, we'll take it, and it looks like a fine enough hand to me. It's not overpowered, but it's a reasonable 7. Basically,
we'll just
go ahead.
Hope it doesn't get shredded.
Yeah. Hope it doesn't get shredded. Hope to see a land early, and we should be in business.
I'm not worried about that.
You're right. We've proven beyond any doubt that we can make that happen. All right. It'll be really interesting to see what they take here. I think Trail of Crumbs is the most overall powerful card against them
Yeah.
that we're showing here, but if they've got another discard spell, they might just take Goose or Asmo. They take Asmo, and we draw another Trail. All right, Goose. This is pretty cool that it's an 0-2 because we're not worried about their Ren ping. Not that they're on Ren with a basic swamp anyway. You were gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say. Speaking of Goose, how excited are you for Top Gun 2?
Top Gun 2.
Yeah. Do you know about that?
I don't. You're gonna have to fill me in.
Yeah. No, they're making no, it's a sequel.
They're making okay. It's a sequel. Holy moly! See,
Yeah.
these are the things that I don't know. I'm kind of a hermit. I'm kind of a recluse. Even a recluse from pop culture in many ways. So I've gotta learn from my friends. And yeah, sounds like you're into that. And I bet that's gonna be just like. So it's been a minute since I've seen Top Gun, but honestly, I'd probably watch it too.
Yeah. It looks like it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah.
They got Tom Cruise, and I think they put him in a real plane this time.
Oh man. Yeah, that is pretty sick.
So we've got Cat Oven.
We do. And we've also got Trail, which is hype
I think
in this matchup.
I think we wait on Trail actually.
Yep. Okay.
I think we can kind of sandbag it and then play it once we're kind of down on cards a little bit.
Okay, so we go Oven into Cat pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Tarmogoyf, can you beat a standard deck?
Exactly. So do we main phase these effects, or we're just gonna block and then probably?
Yeah, you don't have to main phase it.
Okay.
For sure.
Assign the block, sack, do the whole loop then and there. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cat Oven definitely good against a turn 2 Goyf. Once again, because I really want to see that land. Don't want these constructs to go to waste. Don't want to just never draw a land. And
Yeah.
I imagine that there's a removal spell of some kind this turn, whether it be Lily Downtick or whatever else.
Yeah, it's going to be Doomblade.
It's going to be Doomblade.
He's got Doomblade in his hand, and it's just stranded.
Wow. Well.
No, real talk. Doomblade is not that bad right now because it hits Murktide or whatever. The big
it hits Murktide.
The new Delvey thing.
Yep. So Doomblade competes with all these other ones, right? Let's actually game this all while our opponent's tanking.
Yeah.
So it doesn't kill black creatures, which is obviously a thing. But then you've got what? Cast Down doesn't kill legendary. There's a lot of legendaries right now, so maybe Doomblade's better than Cast Down.
Heartless Act is like kills the most stuff, but it doesn't kill Murktide region.
Yeah, so Heartless Act not killing region is definitely big. And what's the other one? Why can't I remember the other one? Go for the Throat. Yeah, you don't want to play Go for the Throat right now. Dude, maybe Doomblade is... I mean, it's Jun, so they got Terminate, but maybe Rock should be playing a Doomblade. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you could play those promo Doomblades, the full art ones.
Oh yeah, those are nasty. Love them.
There's also Smother, less than 3 mana, kill something.
Ooh. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Opponent trying to do something in the block step.
Interesting.
Maybe they have another Goyf.
Yeah.
They have a Scooze. All right. That's pretty good.
Yeah, just do it now, I'd say.
No other land.
Well, we have the mana from the food.
We do. That, like,
So,
uses our whole turn.
yeah, it doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good.
So, I still think that's what we're supposed to do. Do you?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
could
yeah.
play. No, I think we're just saying go.
This Nettlecyst is going to be good though because of the Trail of Crumbs because it counts enchantments.
Yeah. That's just another reason I really wanted to land, because like our whole hand has good synergy if we're able to just deploy it all reliably, and good enough to probably overpower most Jund progressions, especially if they're stuck on 2 lands.
Yeah.
So we're going to make a construct that's pretty small if we make it right now. So we just take the hit probably and make it on the end step.
So we can block with the Cauldron Familiar for sure. And then sack it to make food.
Yep. They're going to gobble this up, but it's probably going to use up just about their whole turn. You know what would be rough is if they were... I mean, we can't play around them slow rolling a fatal push when we're mana.
Actually, if they go to eat this Cauldron Familiar, we can respond by bringing it back.
Yeah, we could compete, which might not be bad. You think we should
do it?
Yeah, okay, I like it.
And then we get this additional food to still pay for the constructs.
Yep. We just don't want them to push the goose now, but again, we can't play around them slow rolling that because we're visibly mana screwed. They should have main phased it if they had it last turn or whatever. All right, yeah, that's definitely a win for us. Wow.
So it's a 2/2.
Yep.
Oh, he does have the fatal push.
Oh my goodness, and they push the goose now. Oh boy. Okay. Fair enough. So we float, and then we could needle a Scoos. We could just get another artifact of some other kind. I honestly don't mind needling the Scoos right now.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of cat ovening.
Yeah.
So
you want to do that then?
Yeah, I'm totally happy with that.
Needle's been very good for us, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And some people, instead of the Needle, they don't think... I've seen people run like Soul Guide Lantern or a Nihil Spellbomb in that spot. But
gotcha. I think we're just playing Trail of Crumbs here, finally getting one of these done.
Yeah.
We do have to draw land still. So are we swinging with a construct? They're at 11, so I guess so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their Goyf's big, but...
we got blockers.
We do. They're taking damage off of Peatland too. It's all pretty decent. All right, they're live. Got the third land, got red. Paying a lot of life to to do anything.
Or
Blood Moon.
Blood Moon! I knew it was coming.
Yeah, you did. Okay. Well,
cool.
We could still probably... I think we can still beat this, potentially. They're locked out of some stuff, too.
Yeah, I mean... our clock is still faster, just cat ovening, so...
Yep, and just can still cast artifacts.
Oh, yeah.
To grow the construct.
Yeah, get some just lands of any kind. Get a Nettlecyst down. Oh.
Yep. Yeah, I think we still got this, to be honest. Of course, we'll see if they have follow-ups that are really relevant. But
Yeah.
So end step, we're ovening.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because they're tapped out, so we're not worried about them bolting the construct.
Yep.
Okay.
Not bad, potentially. Oof. All right.
Wow.
But this is Artifact 5, and then we can make Artifact 6, so the construct attack is good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably just going to
And
pitch...
honestly...
Oh, we should not pitch Vraska, because that'll grow the Goyf. We have to pitch...
Finale.
Yeah. They might just
we can pitch Trail of Crumbs, too. We have enchantment in the yard.
Oh, you're right, with Urza Saga. Yep. Still think I'd rather pitch Finale. It's just a lot less realistic to cast.
Yeah.
Under the Moon.
Absolutely. I'm surprised I haven't seen more Alpine Moon being played, because I feel like people are running Blood Moon to shut off Urza Saga, and Alpine Moon does it.
Yeah. You're right. I did see a little bit of acknowledgement of that or hype about that. It definitely fits best into those Ragavan Luris decks, right? And I think there it's a pretty good call. I wonder how well positioned those decks are overall. Maybe that's part of it.
Yeah.
The double
let's
block.
See.
Yeah. Okay. I think the double block's probably correct from them.
Yeah. So let's kill their Goyf.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, no, they're just going to jump. That's good for us, I think. Okay.
Works for me.
Yeah. You had the right idea, OP. Okay, so we just say go here, or... Yeah, do everything at instant speed.
Sorry if you can hear my dogs in the background, by the way.
I didn't until you just said dogs, and then I heard a staccato double bark, and that's it. That's very faint, and it's they just smell the cat, right? Can't
exactly. We just moved to this new place, and it's crazy how many little rabbits there are around our property.
Oh yeah, you're out in the country then, right?
We're not, which is the surprising part. It's like it's by a park though, so that's probably why.
Sure, makes sense. Oh man, OP is really trying to figure it out here. What are we afraid of? Like Shatterstorm would be a nightmare, but they'd just slam that.
Let's see.
They could be gaming out a Kolaghan's Command.
Yeah. Let's see. They're gonna play. Let me think.
Hold on, they're attacking. I think we just take this hit, right?
Well, we could
do the cat oven thing, but like...
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we just do the cat oven thing. Whatever.
Yeah.
Save the life in case they have a big catch-up card.
Yeah. They're going to play a Hell Rider. That's what they're going to do.
You've called it before this league. Maybe you've got that one figured out, too.
Yeah. I couldn't think of any other random red 4-drops.
Hell Rider. Second main phase Hell Rider. Let's go.
That's the optimal time to play it.
Okay, Kolaghan's Command, buying back a Skooz, killing the construct. That I don't think that's good enough. So let's do the cat thing.
No.
We should probably do the cookbook too.
Yeah, that works.
Keep making food.
Yeah, because once they're tapped out, so this is lethal, right? No, I guess they could sell a bolt or something.
Yep. It's a pretty good draw.
Yeah.
Cat for the win. Let's go. Kitty cat time.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why not?
Why not? GG. All right. Cauldron Familiar for the win. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Showing the power of the cat oven synergy, life drain, value, etc. Yeah, you know, opponent didn't show us the best progressions from Jund. It's definitely a matchup that we could fear when we get stuck on 2 lands, one being Saga like we did, but we squeak over the line. Yeah, we'll take it. We're back on the board, man. Comeback of the Sanctuary. It's happening.
Yeah, we got your number, Boomer Jund. I feel that.
Well, it's a 1-lander, but we're on the draw. We've got Cat Oven rolled up, another look with Wraith.
Yeah, keep it. Cool. Let's do it.
Opponent will mull.
We're in a position where we got to take a little risky plays.
Yeah. You're right. It's game 1 on the blind, and we're already desperate. We're already gambling with our lives, but no, I unironically think it's a decent keep.
Yeah. I mean, if we draw a forest...
Yeah, any green land will be attacking on multiple axes, as it should be with this deck. A bauble deck with no Lurrus.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Man, Guru lands, he must have paid a lot for those.
Look at us. Let's go. All right, try to Wraith into Asmo, I guess, but otherwise we'll just
absolutely
have her T2. Nettlecyst. All right, let's get this down painlessly if we want to play Oven, or if we want to play Cat, we could play Tomb. What are we supposed to do here? I actually don't know.
I think I would lean on the Cat.
All right. Start pressuring this blue deck. They can't block this 1/1.
No. Okay, they're Grixis.
Yeah, good old-fashioned Grixis. No Lurrus, so we should expect Gurmag Angler, possibly right now. That'd be pretty rough, but it looks like that's what they have. Nope, okay. Our hand's pretty Inquisition-proof.
Yeah.
I mean, you never love to see it early on, but we have so many different ways to attack. Okay, we'll conceal info, and then just do it this way.
Yeah.
Seems good.
We have a 3/3. What are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
So that line where they Inquisitioned us, that might be the case where playing the Witch's Oven first would have been correct.
Yeah, I just don't have like a good sense of it overall. Arcanist. But no third land.
Okay.
Nice.
We're really shaping up here.
Yes, we are. So, there doesn't seem to be a way to get 2 food to kill the Arcanists.
No.
Oh, well, no. Unless we... No, even that doesn't do it.
No.
So, just play
Saga.
Saga. Start doing the cookbook thing? Or...
Well, so what are they gonna? So they're gonna swing with Arcanist,
Just a discard spell,
presumably.
probably. Um, it's not the worst, but we'd prefer to prevent it in the first place, right? Yeah, I honestly think we're okay to just have an underwhelming turn of getting the cookbook online.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we could play the Nettlecyst if we wanted.
We could, it's just not very big. I think I'd rather
Hmm.
start cookbooking.
Yeah, let's do it.
Then we just sit back here,
Actually,
try to eat the Arcanist.
yeah, let's attack.
You want to attack?
Sure.
Okay. Up to you.
I
You think we're like the aggressor here?
yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I might be wrong, but
I mean, we got the constructs coming,
yeah.
and they might have a kill spell for Asmo out of hand anyway. So okay.
I don't have like a good reason behind it. I just like feel like we should attack.
All right. I'm with it, man. I'm with you. Do we take this hit to continue pressuring optimally with our 1/1?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it is just an Inquisition. We don't care much about that. I mean,
They take Nettlecyst probably.
yep. It's value. Nominally we care, in practice we probably don't, because we're on the Urza Saga plan anyway.
Oh,
Oh, interesting.
so they've got something for asthma,
It must.
right? No one's ever misplayed before.
No. Drown in the lock, perhaps. Yep. Okay.
It's fine with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So in this case, do we still play Blooming Marsh and kind of stagger
I
our
think
sagas optimally?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna play the Marsh, make a food, swing for 1, make a saga. All right, yeah, make a token off saga. So your attack was good because they just had Drown in the Lock in hand anyway. They would have just main phased it.
Mm.
And they'll get to drown this token, but we're getting it for free, basically.
Does Dreadhorde it exiles? Yeah, okay.
Yep, they can't just keep looping the same thing forever. They go bot with the opt.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Equal to his
Oh,
power.
whenever it attacks. So it's not like Snapcaster where they get it for the full turn. They actually have to use it when they attack. And then
Yeah,
after
right
that,
then.
we get to make the construct.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So they gotta have Fatal Push, basically, to be able to attack optimally. Okay.
That's Shadow.
Will they even attack? They will not.
Yes.
Seems good, dude.
Feels good.
Yeah, so
And we could get another cookbook to start cranking out foods. We could get an oven because we have the cat.
yep, both seem good.
Um, and yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, maybe the oven gives us more kind of versatility in terms of how we can get over the line, but I think either
Yeah,
one's fine.
yeah, let's get an oven.
All right. And let's play another one of these.
Yes. We have a land. Oh, we just played it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Boom. All right, so maybe, just maybe, we're a little worried about TBR. I think that's the only thing that.
Yeah.
We could.
So just throw a construct in front of it.
Yeah, I think that's probably the play.
Oh. And then we can sack the construct to Witch's Oven and we get 2 foods.
Yeah, definitely seems good. But if we sack before damage, then priority goes back to them, and then they could TBR, right? So if we're playing around TBR, we just simply block, I think.
Yeah, we just block.
On the other hand, if they have that, I guess they'll just attack with Arcanist and drown the construct and then TBR.
Mm-hmm.
In which case we're taking 18 and we can survive by cracking food to gain life unless they have a land that loses them life. Could also maybe have the cat involved.
Yeah,
but
so
we
can
gain, they lose. That's a wash for their clock.
Yeah, so there's what's the math here? Because if we sack the Cauldron Familiar, our construct goes up to an 8/8.
True.
And then we don't have to bring it back until after combat.
Yeah, I'm thinking though, once again, like if they do have TBR, they're gonna drown our construct before it becomes a relevant blocker. Like with the Arcanist.
But they can't drown unless they increase Dreadhorde Arcanist's power, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, you're absolutely correct. I forgot about that. No, that's a really good call. Okay. So, and Island doesn't cast Terminate. Yeah, okay, you're right. I think they have that because they're really gaming it out here.
They need mutagenic growth for their Dreadhorde Arcanist.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Gotta watch out.
So, while we're waiting here, I told you I built this deck that we're playing in paper.
Yeah, it's your first paper deck in a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually, when I went to my local game shop to pick up most of the cards, and they didn't have Cauldron Familiars, Witch's Ovens, or Trail of Crumbs, which are all uncommons from Throne of Eldraine.
Right.
And they had a really good deal on a Throne of Eldraine booster box. And so I was like, I'm just going to buy a booster box and try and crack them. I got one of each in the whole booster box. I was so mad.
That is a tilt.
Yeah.
How was the box overall, though? Was it decent?
I haven't looked if I made even or whatever, but I got some pretty good cards.
Okay. At least you're in the ballpark, it seems. Yeah.
I think I didn't get Oko, or the only banned card I got a Once Upon a Time.
Ah, there you go.
But is that still legal in Legacy? Maybe.
Good question. Actually,
Yeah,
not sure.
I'm gonna look it up real
Yeah,
quick.
might as well. OP in the tank.
Yeah,
In
no kidding.
the tank.
It is legal in Legacy.
Okay, well, there you
Nice.
go. What's it running
It's
for? What's it cost? It's,
$1.40.
yeah. Okay, fair.
But I got some. I got a Gilded Goose. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, he
here we
had the
go.
land.
Had the land. Okay. Here it comes. Let's see what they've got. All right, swinging
Stacked
with
with both.
both. Now they can
Uh,
terminate, but they're gonna, wow, opt. Okay. So they would need Fatal Push plus TBR, right, to really, really get us. I think we do play around TBR, don't we?
yeah, so I think so. What we can do is we can block the construct. We can block the. There's no point in blocking the Arcanist because it has trample.
Right. And
Um,
then end step oven for lethal. Oven untap oven for lethal, right?
yeah,
Okay. So yeah, just don't die here. That's all we need.
yeah, and if we need to, we have mana to eat a food.
Yep, exactly. Well, I guess we could have saved the 1 damage by blocking the trampler, but yeah, I don't think that ever mattered. Um, all right, we did it.
Let's go.
Let's go. So Fatal Push seems really good. These cards seem fine. You could consider a Thoughtseize or two or some grindy options as well. I think Push is our best call, though.
Yeah, because I mean, let's look at the. Hmm. Yeah,
I think we want the Spellbomb too because I think they are playing Angler. If
yeah.
they're not
Pithing
playing
Needles.
Urza.
Pithing Needle can come out for the spell bomb,
Yeah, I love that.
and then we can actually go down on Trail of Crumbs.
Okay.
I don't think we're. Do you think we're gonna be grinding it out with this, or
I think we could be in a spot where we are, but I think
okay?
we have enough game objects and enough kind of grindy inevitability that they're probably going to try to set up TBR kills like I think they did there. So to that end, we could cut a trail, we could cut a Shadowspear, even though that kind of contradicts what I just said.
I think
They're Grixis. They're going to have removal for days.
right. I see what you mean. Okay,
It's kind of what I'm thinking.
and then you
Maybe a
cut.
couple geese.
You could cut a finale if you, you know.
Vraska's pretty good here. If we're optimistic enough to think we can get to 4.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we have the ability to slow it down a little bit if we want to.
Yeah. I would almost trim a Nettlecyst. I kind of want to trim a little bit around the edges, keeping the core engines in place. Play a little
Okay,
bit more of interaction.
try it.
So would you rather see 2 trophies or a trophy in Nebraska?
Um, Probably 2 trophies.
Sounds good.
So yeah, as far as sideboarding goes, what I found, Asmo, Cookbook, Ovalchase Daredevil, you're never taking those guys out.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Never really occurred to me. Then I never looked at a matchup and was like, not sure about these. Like, just seems real
Yeah,
good.
because it's like I think Daredevil. I think a lot of people would look at that and say, "Oh, you could probably cut it,"
Yeah.
but it's like you need 4.
Yeah, it's just so good. Okay, Vilmol will keep. We got turn
Yeah,
one
yeah.
Asmo.
Oh yeah, finally
Yep.
they open up with the Thoughtseize.
Yeah, probably, but all the more reason to keep a decent hymn that does a lot of different things. They're down to 5. Let's go. The comeback is on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I need football season to start.
Oh yeah, you're a football fan, huh? Who do you like?
I am a big Cleveland Browns guy.
I don't know much about football, but I know the Browns are kind of a meme, right?
They've been a meme for a long time, but they've been getting better, and I think this year they really have a chance.
Nice. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
but yeah, definitely were a meme for the longest time. This is like, if they showed us this last game, it's like almost a completely different deck.
Yeah, for real. I it just looks more and more like they should just be playing Luris, but
Yeah,
Finale's an awkward draw. I still think we just play Asmo though.
yeah, it's so strong.
Yep. And at least we're functional, right? I would feel a little safer if this was a third land of almost any kind. I'd be like, all right, we got this.
I don't know. Fatal push.
Yeah.
That's okay. So next turn, we could run out the Saga, play Cat and an Oven if we wanted.
Yeah,
And then just have
definitely
like
seems good.
an infinite blocker type deal.
Yep. Unless they get Delirium, then they fly, but we'll cross that
True.
bridge when we come to it. I still think Cat and Oven's pretty good here. The other option is like Spellbomb and Crack It,
Ooh, yeah.
because that can like set us up to really try to get the third land next turn.
So I like that. Yeah.
Okay. And we might as
Oh,
well wait to Crack It until like their attack step.
yeah. Because also it'll. Oh, never mind. I thought it was gonna put us over hand size, but I forgot we have to play it. So.
We sure do. I love this Urza's Legacy swamp.
Ooh, yeah,
Big
that's
fan,
a good one.
big fan.
Bizarre. Oh, John Avon.
Classic Mr. Avon,
Yeah.
the great one.
I love I love his what are they? Unlands
Yeah, yeah,
that
I
he's
know
done.
what ones you're talking about. I can't remember. There's Unhinged, Unglued, and
Sanctioned.
something, unsomething.
Yeah, but I have a lot of his lands, and then I also like the new full arts that came with the newest unset that are like throwbacks to the original, but
Yep.
also full arts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think those
definitely.
are sick.
Agreed. Dude, I get legitimately excited. They take Goose. Fascinating.
They see us low on mana, and they're like,
Yeah, stopping that at all costs, but we do need to
yeah,
draw mana to play it, and then that incentive
yeah,
kind of changes. But
yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that I get so pumped whenever I see that a new post has been made in our basic land art channel on the Discord.
Oh yeah,
That's my
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
channel.
Absolutely
Oh my god.
punished.
So bad. All right.
So we can go. So we can go cat oven, or we can go cookbook double food.
They're both good.
But
I
oven
think
cat.
I like
I
cat
think is
oven. Yeah, me too. So we should lead on the oven, technically, I think is the correct sequencing, but they're F6'd. All right. Okay, this is going to buy us a lot of time. It's just a shame that we're going to once again be in a spot where we're not maximizing Saga, and indeed we're going to lose it. Probably
yeah.
before doing much great with it. But
Thoughtseize.
At
Creature,
least,
sorcery,
yeah.
land.
Maybe they just take one of these cookbooks.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, I'm really sad at whatever they take.
Yeah, they take Nettlecyst. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
guess
get it.
Nettlecyst. It's like we can't. We can't cast it right now.
Yep.
And like, if we did cast it next turn, it's so tiny.
Yeah. Yeah, I think taking cookbook there was correct, but this deck is not easy to play against. That's something we should acknowledge as well. What's double
Yeah.
blue? Oh, petty theft? Okay.
What?
Huh.
Yeah, do it. Why not?
Yep. Then maybe they'll attack into it.
This will give them delirium, though.
No, because this
Oh no,
is
it's on an
exile.
adventure.
Yep.
Oh,
Indeed.
right. Okay.
They don't
Scared
go
him.
for it. Yep. Okay. So I think we just untap.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh,
there we
lands.
go.
Perfect.
It's definitely a little late to be out.
the mana.
But we take it.
Float the mana on
float,
Urza Saga.
Want to get another oven in this state?
Yeah, we got the 2 cookbooks, so
Yeah, 2 cookbooks, 2 ovens. Let's go. All right.
so
Guess we
now
just play all 3 of them, right? Or we could no, we can't finale. All right, play all 3 of our artifacts.
or we can only play 2, right?
No, because we've got 1 floating.
Oh yes, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Perfect.
And just like that, we have rebuilt.
Nice. All right, so
We
we
gonna do some
bring
cat things, yeah.
bring a cat, sack a cat, bring a cat, sack a cat.
That looks like they're clearly just getting ready to flash in Borrower on our turn.
Oh. Hello.
I told you.
Yeah.
Always yes. Maybe I'm clicking the new Daredevil now. Whatever. It doesn't work anyway, as we've established.
How many times do I got to teach you this lesson, old man?
So are we attacking here?
I think so, because we can just turn it into a blocker whenever we want.
Exactly. Dude, Cat making a strong claim for the thumbnail here.
Can't even block our cat with that.
And people say this is the strongest card in MH2. Not even close, Darcy. Not even close. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Greenland.
Oh,
Okay.
tilt. I think we still play it though because we can cast one Daredevil next turn if we draw
Yeah.
another one.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's 4 mana to do
Yeah,
that. Never
not
mind.
quite. Yep, but that's also live at some point.
Perfect. I mean,
I really don't see how they get out of this short of like
yeah.
destroying both ovens or some
Yeah,
untamed. Yeah.
I don't want to like critique their deck building, but I feel like their deck is going in a couple different directions.
Yeah, it does seem like a Grixis good stuff deck, which there are worse things to do, but yeah, agreed that it could be a little more focused from what we've seen.
Yeah. Let's see.
They're playing a good amount of air too. There's Opt and Thought Scour, which is good stuff with these red threats, right? But
Mm-hmm.
these types of decks just always look a little bit better in paper than they do in practice to me.
Yeah. Cast attack, buddy.
We cannot block.
Oh, another card that I considered but didn't add to the deck was Bone Shards.
Interesting. Yep. Yeah, that's one I've seen these decks play. That makes a lot of sense in a shell like this, but yeah, probably hard to find room for it. So if we can cat oven them, put them to virtual 1. Obviously, the shadow makes that a lot scarier. But
Yeah,
I
they have
think
one card in hand.
still probably do it, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think you'd have to cut a Finale of Devastation,
Makes sense.
and then that gives you room for 1 Bone Shards, and then if you wanted another one, what would you change? I don't know.
All right, so they're dead to a Witch's Oven off the top. There's an Overgrown Tomb, so we can at least make another blocker.
We can
or
go
we
get
can get Asmo.
we can get Asmo and kill a lot of things.
Yeah, we can. You're right. We can kill a lot of things. All right, let's do that. We can kill so very many things. All right, they're just conceding to that. They knew about this in hand, maybe? I don't remember.
Yes, they did know about it.
Okay, so they're conceding to the Asmo, and that'll do it. All right, Connor, well navigated, my friend. We are beating some fair mid-range decks, which is not my favorite thing. I'd rather beat the rival top-tier decks, right, and lose to these, but we'll take the wins where we can get them after that rocky start. Deck's starting to come together for us. We're 2-2, making the play for that positive result. That just goes back to what you said about it being maybe a little bit unsolved. So we're on the play, speaking of Nettlecyst, with a couple of those. This is a slow value hand, but I think we probably keep.
Yeah, let's see. What's our opponent's name? Matt to the sea.
To the sea. That's funny. I was gonna say Matt Tothek, like it is an Aztec god or something.
Yeah,
You're definitely right, Matt to the sea.
what is Matt to the sea going to be playing? Matt to the sea. He's in the 2-2 bracket. That's where we're at.
It's gonna be another mid-range deck, and we're gonna beat him with this hand.
Okay, then let's keep it.
I'll play Forest first, I guess. That way, if we draw like a dual land off the top, we can have Darkbore T3 or T4. Forest go. We're an Elves deck that didn't keep a dork.
Yeah. Control.
Okay. Close enough to the mid-range call. Needle's interesting, but still going to go right for that Asmo.
Yeah, I agree. Man, the more I'm thinking about bone shards, the more I'm like, man, that sounds sick.
I would definitely be interested in testing that out. Seems good. Simian Guide, Manamorphose,
Yeah.
Shadow of Doubt, but not to stop Finale, only to stop the triggered
So,
ability. Only Fatal Push.
so they're on Esper. Oh, speaking of Asmo, have you done any practice of pronouncing the name?
No, I thought you would forget to ask me. Asmoranomardicadaistinaculdacar.
Yeah.
That is my
Asmora.
very best effort. You
Let's
tell me
see.
how it goes.
Oh, I don't know it. I heard oh, here, one second. I'll pay attention to the game first. Um
Clearly Saga.
so we're playing Saga, and then um they're on, what's the Scalding Tarn for? Oh no.
Could just be any
Uh,
blue fetch, right? But we could go. So we could play Nettlecyst, or we could go Cookbook, Ditch Familiar, play another Asmo, and then maybe play Pithing Needle too. Or another Cookbook if all that resolves.
yeah,
Oh, we can't play Asmo. Sorry, yeah.
we can't play Familiar either.
I was saying Ditch Familiar with Cookbook to
Oh, okay.
yeah, but no, we don't have black for Asmo. That's rough.
So if we play Nettlecyst, it'll be a 2/2.
Yeah, and then we're just kind of on the Nettlecyst and Construct plan for a while.
Let's do it.
I think that's okay. I think that's what we're supposed to do with this hand.
So let's see. How do I pronounce this card? Asmoranomardicadaistinaculdacar. No, I missed a few syllables.
But yeah, the middle's where it gets tough. I think Asmoranorma or
As
Asmoranomar is pretty good, and then I think it's Kuldakar or Kuldakar at the end pretty easily. But then
yeah.
the middle's what trips you up.
I watched a video on YouTube, and it was these guys that were testing our deck versus something else.
Yeah.
And this guy just said it in one fell sweep. It was perfect. And I was just like, yeah, you've been practicing. You've been waiting to show off. I know it.
Exactly. No doubt about it.
I think we just make a construct.
I do too. I really wanted to draw a fourth land there, a black land to be exact, but
Yeah.
let's just swing and make a construct before damage.
Works for me.
So it is indeed Grixis again, but looks like a more controlling version.
Yeah. Okay.
Archmage's Charm.
Charm.
Oh.
Steal the germ.
Oh, draw two. Okay.
Wait. Maybe they.
Nah, they did draw two.
Okay.
Yep. Lots of faith in their deck to find the right answers, and yeah, Grixis deck is nothing if not filled with answers, I guess.
Yeah. And if I had Archmage Charm, I'd be stealing my opponent's stuff as much as I could.
Yeah, it seems good, but they could have another one. Yeah, you never know.
They're certainly representing it.
Yeah, so to that end, it's actually a little sketchy. Well, no, because we'll lose this enchantment, so the germ and the construct will be the same. It'd suck for them to steal something and then, just K command.
Oh, what a blowout!
Yeah, that's rough. Okay. Anyway, this sucks. We can't do anything from our hand much.
We get a Witch's Oven.
Probably supposed to.
Yeah.
That's at least setting us up for a long game and allowing us to get value in response to removal and whatever, but yeah, the colors are really biting us here.
Yeah, so I did four pathways. It could be correct to swap some of those around into other things, like You could play Yavimaya, the new Urborg or whatever.
Right.
You could play a Twilight Mire. Oh,
Good
and a
points.
land.
Yeah, the land's great. Those are good points. So maybe we. I think they're going to counter Trail of Crumbs, and that's going to be bad if they do,
Hmm.
but maybe we still are kind of supposed to go for it and make them have a counter spell.
So let's see. So they're showing Cryptic right here.
Yeah.
I think. What do you think about throwing out Pithing Needle for creeping to our pit?
I think they're just going to let it resolve. And
You think so?
maybe that's still a fine play. But I think they will let it resolve.
I'll be completely honest.
Yeah.
Playing against control is a weakness of mine. I don't know when to try and force things through and when to sandbag.
Yeah, I mean that's totally fair. It's an art, not a science, right? So anybody who says they're perfect at that, not the case. Yeah, I mean, maybe we could just lead on a Cauldron Familiar, see if they do anything about that. I think no matter what, we want to play that, unless we're going to try to trade Nettlecyst for Cryptic Command.
Yeah. We could try. I mean, we could try Cookbook into Asmo.
We could use, yeah, let's lead on Cookbook. I think this is reasonable counter bait that they could compete over with a Cryptic, allowing us to resolve Trail of Crumbs. And if they don't compete, then we're actually able to play an Asmo.
So yeah, so we discard a familiar?
Yep, I guess. And like they can't Force of Negation Asmo, they can still obviously Cryptic here, but I think I'd rather get her Cryptic than the Trail.
Mm-hmm.
We could also we could then have actually tried the Pithing Needle first too, just in case they start getting twitchy about their permission.
Yeah.
All right. She gets Cryptic, fair enough. Do you want to Needle the Tar Pit? I'm kind of cool with it because we have an expensive hand.
Yeah, because I don't know what else they're gonna have.
Yeah, they don't look like they're playing many Planeswalkers, so we should have done this first. That's my bad. Like if we were gonna do it, which we obviously did, just in case they were like don't want to time walk themselves, but still overall a pretty good turn. I would say resolving a Cookbook's pretty nice.
That Urborg helps us.
Yeah, it does. They've probably been hanging on to it until we showed them a black land. Oh wow! Oh wow!
Immediately punished.
Can we take this back? Oh, they're gonna Fate Seal us? Alright.
That's funny.
And they go top. Interesting. It is kind of funny.
So we can get a Cauldron Familiar back.
Yeah, I think we should. Do we want to oven right now, too?
Yeah, I think so.
Pressure their life total?
Yeah.
All right, so since Jace is ticking up, it's potentially correct to just attack them.
Yeah, so let's see. How many turns
start
until...
brainstorming, though, probably next turn, if we attack them.
Yeah, so what's he... He's got Drown in the lock here, maybe. I guess.
Yeah, could be.
Let's see if we...
I think we're in a race.
So what do you care? What do you care about resolving more, Trail of Crumbs or Nettlecyst?
I don't know. Let's begin with an attack.
Yeah.
That's a really tough call. Maybe we go for the Trail and Familiar this turn. I don't know, though. There's a big argument to just playing Nettlecyst and racing.
Yeah.
Your call.
I'll
put it on you.
Let's.
They can bounce Nettlecyst. Um,
Oh, right. Let's play Trail of Crumbs.
all right.
No. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, technically, that would be better. All right, it's the same because Urborg. All right, Trail resolves. Fascinating.
So we don't have to play the second Cauldron Familiar. We can just get some value out of the Trail.
Yeah. Um, so do we play the Blooming Marsh pass?
Um, do you think there's another land on top?
Well, they gave us this land on top. And
Yeah,
then,
okay.
yeah, so you're saying. I think we play it because Trail is mana hungry.
Yeah, okay.
And are we going to activate anything main phase?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, so now they're in Snap Cryptic, Snap K command territory, and they do start brainstorming, which is kind of rough, but we've got a lot of realistic ways to sneak over the line here for sure.
Mm-hmm. Waste the land. Hitting those land drops.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so the protection doesn't matter, but them gaining life does.
Yeah, it sure does. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's actually really good. Wow.
Wow.
Of all the cards,
That's
second
just-
response.
Yeah. And this doesn't counter the ability.
Nope.
All right, let's get some value. Yikes. Maybe just want to cycle now.
I don't think that matters. I think we should do it next turn in case we rip Asmo off the top, right? The question is, do we activate Cookbook now?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
just put this other familiar in the bin's fine.
Oh, and we can bring it back too.
Yep. Little pressure.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Control deck.
They're gonna gain 2 life every turn. Very annoying.
Yeah.
Grixis life gain. What has the world come to?
Yeah, I mean that doesn't make much sense in the color pie.
No, it sure doesn't.
But then I'm sure there'll be 3 people in the comments that are like, well, actually,
We love those people.
yeah.
All right. Well, hard casting a Street Wraith is now live, I guess. But
Swamp Walk, yeah.
yeah, Swamp Walk is unironically reasonable here.
So I think we just fire off the Street Wraith. Let's see, they got 3 mana, so Archmage's Charm.
All right, you want a cycle to start?
Yeah.
Okay. Almost anything but a land. Okay. Not much better. But
The food generator.
the food generator, not the worst, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe I should have even just held that land. Whatever. We'll
No,
start,
I mean,
start here.
so, I mean, getting Nettlecyst down would be the nuts, but I don't see that happening, do you?
Not really. So are we just gonna try to keep racing them with the familiars?
Yeah, and then maybe next turn we can go try to Nettlecyst and equip,
Yeah, true.
and that would just be lights out. the one redeeming fact here is we're gonna get a lot of redraws.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe another charm to gain
Okay,
control
so
of Witch's Oven.
so
Wow.
sack a thing. That's frustrating.
Yeah, very. Man.
Oh, and then he's gonna gain control. Well, he probably won't do this, but what he could do is with his new planeswalker, he can take control for the turn and then start sacking them away. Um, Here you could sack multiple foods to get
Uh,
more draws.
okay. So how do we do that?
So basically, with the return trigger on the stack, you can just click Cauldron Familiar again.
Okay. I think I already did, right? Oh no,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha. All right, so we're gonna
Yeah.
cash them all in.
Yeah, we got 4 mana. Sure, why not?
Okay. Hmm. Take Asmo? Tough
Asmo
call.
gets Witch's Oven.
Yeah, okay. Gotta play a little quicker here. Holy moly.
Yeah. What game is this? Game 2?
This is game 1, isn't it?
Oh God.
All right. Sure.
Okay. Um, yeah, we got some cards.
We do. It might be time to just like try to resolve as many spells as possible in one turn and try to brute force our way over the line.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he's gonna. Okay. Puts a counter on it.
Yep.
Whatever.
Gain control of it, no big deal.
Cards.
So we're going to begin by cycling Street Wraith, maybe playing another cookbook as counter bait, and then trying to jam Asmo and Nettlecyst in one order or another.
Yeah.
Possibly attacks first.
Do you want this Overgrown Tomb?
Should have thought about that before. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Um, okay, well, kick it off here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Seems good. So attack them.
Yes. Yes.
It seems weird in the face of that gain 2 now that we don't have Oven anymore, but I think just like with our hand, we're still supposed to.
Play the Saga. Play the Cookbook. Play the Asmo. And then. Okay. So what we could do if we could Hmm. We could use the goose to play Nettlecyst and equip, but that doesn't.
Let's make a food real quick, just so we have one. Um,
Yeah, in play.
yeah. All right. Do you want to just try to play the Nettlecyst now? See if it resolves?
Yeah, I think play the Nettlecyst, leave open a mana for Trail of Crumbs.
Yeah, I like it.
If this resolves, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you're right.
7. Oh, maybe 7.
Yeah. Okay, counterspell. We could play Cookbook off of Goose and then draw off of Trail. You want to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
There's an oven.
perfect.
Let's try to resolve that then, I guess.
Yeah,
They might have more permission, all right? But let's go for it.
yeah. Snap counterspell.
Mm-hmm. All right. Quite the skill testing first run out for me. I thank you for being here with me to help me navigate, because it's
Yeah.
a lot of actions to take as well as a lot to think about. Oh, man. Okay.
They have the bolt. Yeah. They're getting. I mean, they're not low on cards by any means, but they're
They're lowish, but yeah, the Jace.
low-ish.
Yeah. The Jace, the Jace, the Jace. And this stupid card. Like, they just couldn't beat the cats without it. Alright, are we going to make a food on the end step?
I think so.
Okay. Because we're now kind of on the construct plan, right?
Yeah.
Which could still be good enough. We shall see. I think we hold both of these in hand, probably. Or can we sack a cookbook to buy back something?
We can get back Asmo to hand.
And then player with the other one? I don't know if that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can't make a construct. I think we just say go for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we could, like, try to draw off Trail, but maybe we do that at instant speed.
Yeah, so I think we attack first.
And then just say go.
Man, I think I want to try to draw off Trail of Crumbs.
Okay, cool.
Right,
I like
right
it.
now.
We definitely have to win both games or we're losing to the clock.
Yeah. Okay. We could try to play it. Ditch a swamp and
Yep. One, two, three. There's still one to get, I think.
yeah. I let this resolve, he thinks.
They
So
can,
he's gonna
They can alt and gain control of both familiars, huh? Oh my goodness. Okay.
Got that out of their hand at least.
Yep. Our goose has been corrupted.
No. He was so pure.
It's true. We need to put like a black goose on the cover now, or a Grixis goose.
Yeah. Nice. Make a construct. Okay. Ovalchase Daredevil is a good card.
Yep.
I think we get Shadowspear.
Okay.
And then, yeah, equip it to that bad boy. And then make some foods with Ovalchase Daredevil. Fatal Push.
Yep. So we could then spend food to equip it to... But they're gonna take these things next turn. So maybe we just say
Yes.
go. Or attack with the familiars.
Yeah, attack with the familiars.
Maybe we attack her now to stop her from alting.
Yeah. I like that.
I still think we hold this other cookbook in hand just in case we need to make more food, basically. I don't think the third one on the field does it. Well, maybe now with Daredevil, we could have played it, whatever.
Oh, yeah, if we... Well, no, I like leaving the mana up so we can get some value out of Trail of Crumbs.
Yeah.
Ooh. I feel like he should bounce the construct there, but...
Yeah, that just means they have an answer to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Or a Cryptic to tap us down, then they're going to untap and take control of all these things.
Yeah. I make some food at the end of the turn here. And then we can try and do the Trail of Crumbs thing.
Yep.
Perfect, just what we needed.
Just what we wanted. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. Main phase trail activation.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, I think we try for the kill now, and if we don't get it, I think we lose the match. Anything else we can go for, or?
So we can make some more foods. We can play the cookbook to really beef this up. Not that that matters.
Yeah, but yeah, we might as well shove all in here.
And then, hmm, like, there's a play, I suppose, where no, do what you're gonna do. But
Okay.
there's a play you could do, I guess, where you crack an Underworld Cookbook, get a Street Wraith back, cycle the Street Wraith, and hope to hit something. All right.
Snap Cryptic? Or just another Cryptic out of hand? Too many Cryptics. All right,
Yeah.
well, we
all right.
can't win 2 games post-side with under this amount on the clock. So that's going to do it for our league. An unlikely hero for the opponent. The life gain here just kept them in the game. They were at like vacillating between 3, 5, and 6 forever. They'd be very
Yeah.
dead to these, even if they take the Witch's Oven just to the attacks and the death triggers. So feels bad, man. But hey,
Yeah.
we made a partial comeback. So 2 and 3 it is, and through some pretty bad variants. Let's go wrap it up.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, where are we? Here we are. All right, you good to go with the wrap up, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, my friends. So that's an example of how a league with a deck like this can go. Obviously, it was my first time out clicking. I think we did okay, but obviously, a smoother operator, makes the league take a little bit less of a long time. But learning curve and all that. And we got 2 people here talking outlines, talking out decisions. I think most of you watching this are probably not Asmo deck mains. So it was probably cool for you to kind of see from the ground up how to approach this deck, how to learn it. And Connor, I hope you had fun, man. But boy, did we get some bad luck in the first 2, especially here in game 3, or in round 5 rather, game 3. Round 5 against the Grixis deck. Our progression was pretty good. The opponent just had a really good one, too, and I can accept that. But the first 2 round losses, I felt they just kind of slipped away from us when we had every chance to think we were competitive or perhaps even in the driver's seat. How was your experience of these matches in this league?
Yeah, despite the variance that we had with the deck, I still enjoyed myself a lot. I mentioned this. I have this deck in paper. I think it's got a lot of really fun play patterns. But that
Yeah.
being said, I think there's still a lot to consider with this deck and this archetype. As we saw in round 5 against the control deck, maybe if you're playing against a lot of control decks, I mentioned in the beginning, cutting, feasting, Troll King. Um, that is a lot of speed with the green black version. Is getting a turn 2 Troll King out, and maybe that's something that you want to consider based on what kind of meta you're up against. We had issues this league with mana flood.
Yes.
I mentioned some people go as low as 21 lands. That could be something to consider.
That's true.
We
And,
took
and the Flood, just to quickly mention, the Flood was definitely a big culprit in the first 2 rounds, but we also saw the opposite happen, too. It's just worth mentioning for the sake of completion. We had, I think, 3 different times where we played a turn 2 Saga, never found the 3rd land, lost the Saga, couldn't really go off. We were kind of struggling to keep our heads above water that way. So I see
yeah,
both.
I feel like
And I wonder
feel
if you just, sorry, just to give my thought before I forget it, I wonder if you just play more peatlands in this 23, because you've got enough life gain naturally to hopefully mitigate that in most matchups. Just a thought.
yeah, definitely. I think you could play some more draw effects. You could go up to the 4th Street Wraith if you wanted to. I think there's a
Yep.
lot of play to this deck. We talked about Bone Shards being a potential include.
Hold up just one
Um,
second, Connor. I think
yeah,
I think I conceded the match, or the game, but not the match. Sorry, OP. Didn't mean to BM you. Now we're out.
that's
Okay.
that's so funny.
Yep. Okay, you were saying.
Yeah, A lot of people have been toying around with bone shards in the main deck, which is an additional uh it's an additional removal spell, which is something that could have come in handy for us several times today, but
Yes.
also it's an additional discard outlet for you to be able to play Asmo. There was a couple times where Asmo was in her hand and she was just kind of stranded there.
Yes. And
Um,
Finale is really good, but it's also strangely because you almost always just cast it for 2. Still seemed to be one of our more high variance cards due to the color demands and other things. So yeah, if we're kind of nibbling away at those slots and kind of recouping a lot of what they do with an option like Bone Shards, really intriguing to me.
yeah, and Finale, you can't get it off Trail of Crumbs, so that's kind of an anti-synergy there.
We saw that so much. Like often we were like hitting 2 lands with Trail or a land in a Finale or something like that, or maybe like a piece of air like Street Wraith or a redundant Asmo. Um, I think just like our top decks were just on average as a whole, they come out in the washes below par. Our Trail of Crumbs hits were the same way too. So just like the top of the deck, not really complying. Whereas I watched a single VOD from Doomwake in order to kind of learn this deck before I started playing it, and geez, like everything off the top is just like, oh, that's the missing piece. Let's go off. So
Yeah, that's
as
what I noticed when watching him as well. He got some good draws.
yeah, and yeah, great player, pioneer of the archetype, but I'm not saying that to suggest that he has YouTube or that he has MTGO Premium. I'm saying that just
Yeah,
for people who may not have seen this deck in action, like much more frequently than we showed here today, you'll just kind of go crazy and have, so many of my practice games were this way, where it's like you can do a few different things and the opponent can't beat any of them. So take your favorite path to victory. Yeah,
yeah,
just like a little bit more, even if we didn't draw the perfect spells, if we just had a more regular balance of lands versus spells, we would be looking at a very different result here. But one thing I want to ask you, Connor, so like we have a ton of traditional black green interaction on the side, which I do love. And at the same time, a lot of matchups where a lot of them are justifiable and we end up bringing in maybe half of the potential card pool. So what this makes me wonder is if there are other like non-interactive slots, like non-traditional interactive slots, like what else could this deck use if we were to trim around the edges of those slots and maybe focus in on exactly the ones we need? Because I think you do want a lot of these spells, but it seems like we almost have too many of them. Do you just like really double down on cards like Force of Vigor, ways to really attack other Urza Saga decks, other meta decks? Is that something to do here? Do we play other like static hate pieces? I don't know, maybe more Asmo targets? Really something that I think is underexplored from the lists I've seen.
yeah. It's definitely something to consider. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but um, the synergy between Asmo, Cookbook, Daredevil, and Urza Saga is incredible. And I think we went with the green black version today. I prefer those colors. That's just what I like to play. But the, I mean, statistically, the blue black version is seeing a lot more success.
Yep.
There's you mentioned seeing a red black version.
Yeah.
I've seen versions that are like playing the new reanimation stuff. They play white, they play persist and unmarked grave and archon of cruelty and stuff like that. I think there is a lot to be explored here.
You're right. And like you said, that core of Asmo, the book, and the Daredevil, just like, with that, you can kind of go in a lot of different directions. It's probably going to be at least decent. So, yeah, hopefully that was some good food for thought. Hey, food, get it? No pun intended. Good food for thought for the audience if people are, new to this archetype or thinking about exploring it themselves. Some things to think about. And thank you, Connor, for joining us here today. One of these days, we'll get some better luck with your decks. I always kind of keep like a running tally in my head of like, because I feel bad if I upload like a traditional
Mhm.
league for somebody and it didn't go that well. we're
This
like due for a 5-0 with you because like we've just consistently had some poor luck. Some maybe we both need to get MTGO Premium. I don't know, but yeah,
well, it's like to my fault, I do submit a lot of lower power level decks. I feel like
you have in the past, but like this is stronger than all the decks I usually play. So
true.
You and I together, we're just cursed temporarily, but we're gonna come out from it with the next one. And thank you for your support. I'm glad you had fun despite our bad variants. We did have to put our thinking caps on because of that in some ways, and that was a lot of fun. Thank you again to Cheese Dog, our brand new Inquisitor. Appreciate all patrons, and thank you out there for watching. I expect that at some point we probably will play this deck again, whether with Connor or with somebody else. It's definitely got a lot of mid-rangey play patterns. It's a very powerful force to be reckoned with in the format. So if you didn't know how the deck works at all, maybe you do now, and thank you again for watching. Probably back to some more traditional mid-range stuff coming up. I've got a Jund League I think will probably be the next donation league you can look for on this channel. And I hope to see you then. Take care. Talk to you soon.